Hi you guys, how are you all? I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all safe, you're all healthy. We have another favorites video. It has already been another month. I don't actually think that I did a July favorites video. So much has been going on, as you guys know. So there are times where I want to talk on here and there are times where I don't. And I just want to say a huge thank you for always really respecting when I want to upload, when I don't want to upload. You guys are so patient and that really means the world. So thank you for coming to this month's favorites video because I definitely have some things to talk about. There are a couple of old products that I'm revisiting that I'm sharing again, but there are also some new products in here. A couple of snacks that I thought I would share because I don't know about you guys, but quarantine has definitely got me snacking. So I thought I would share a couple of snacks that are not healthy by any means, but don't feel as bad as diving into a bag of chips. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that because I have been known to do that quite frequently. So I'll start with products and then we'll kind of work into lifestyle favorites, I guess. I don't quite know what to do with my hair. I'm actually fresh out of the shower and I never blow dry my hair, but I decided to so that I didn't come on here and look kind of like a wet mop. But now it's a little bit straighter than I'm used to it and it feels so slick and I just want to keep touching it. But let me try and stay focused for once on what we are actually talking about. August favorites. So like I said, August was kind of an interesting month. We still have wildfires going on in California. The one that's closest to me is still burning strong, unfortunately. There's definitely been progress made on containment, which makes everyone feel good, but even today we're still getting smoke. So it's kind of a bummer because that means on top of quarantine we can't really go on walks or really spend a lot of time outside because of the air quality and because it's so bad. So that has just been a tough cumulative effect of one thing after the other. But the fact that they're making containment makes me feel really hopeful. A few neighborhoods have been able to go back to their homes that were previously evacuated. We have a couple of friends who've been evacuated and some have been able to return. Others have not. So we're hopeful that everyone will be back in their homes soon and that things will calm down. But we'll see. As always, I have some helpful links down below if you guys want to go check those out about the California wildfires, how you guys can help. And then also Black Lives Matter. Obviously, that is not just a movement, that is just a fact. And we are still talking about it. We will continue to still talk about it. And so down below, I have some resources for you guys to check out too. I think they're listed as places to donate, but I don't want you guys to be discouraged by that. By all means, I think you should also just be checking out those resources, learning more about those organizations, following them on social media, doing things that don't actually cost any money that make a big impact. So all that's down in the description box. But let's talk products. I'm going to start off with makeup because there is only one item that we're going to be covering today. Because as you guessed it, I have not been wearing a lot of makeup. In fact, today's the most makeup I've worn in a long time, and it's just a lip product, some concealer, mascara, and then this product that I'm going to talk about right now, which is the Eco Brow Defining Crayon in the shade Liz. Now this might be a tiny bit too dark for me, but the shade lighter in the pomade, which I had previously tried, was a little bit too red brown for me. So I think I'd rather err on the side of too deep but still a cool toned brown, and that's definitely what Liz is. It's kind of a charcoal brown, if that makes sense. Now this product was kindly gifted to me by Aaliyah, which is just a great beauty store. If you guys haven't checked them out already, I always have a link down to them in my description box. They just take all the work out of it for you and carry just really great brands, and Eco Brow is one of them. I'd previously been using the Honest Beauty pencil. Before that, you guys know I loved the Hourglass Arch Micro Brow Sculpting Pencil, and this is sort of in between those two. So what I like about this one is that it lasts longer, it's not quite as soft as the Honest Beauty one, and you can get both filled in definition or a really thin line depending on how you use it because of the way that the crayon is shaped. So I'm going to try and show you guys in a close-up. Sometimes it's hard to get it to focus, but basically it's a triangle on the very top of it. So if you press down flat, you're going to get a thick line, but if you just use one of the corners, then you're able to do defining work, and that's kind of what I like. Personally, I still would have loved if this came a little bit thinner, more like the micro sculpting pencil from Hourglass, but this is a step in the right direction for me. It does come with, the pencil on one end and then the spoolie on the other. The pencil is a twist top, so you just make sure that you twist it back down before putting the cap on or else you'll smash it, which won't be good. But like I said, the texture of this is really nice, and particularly the longevity of it is really comparable to the Hourglass pencil, so that's why I have really been loving this. And then of course I pair it with the Eco Brow Clear Brow Gel, which you guys already know I love. Next up, let's talk skincare. Actually, I forgot to put deodorant on after my shower. So let me just do that real quick. Would you guys consider deodorant skincare? I feel like I kind of do. Anyway, we're gonna talk about deodorant. So this is a new deodorant that I've tried. It's new on the market. This is the Detox Mode Feeling Free Baking Soda Free Deodorant with charcoal and lavender. So I was sent both the baking soda version and the baking soda free version. I have sensitive armpits. I'm sensitive to baking soda, so I tried the baking soda free version, and I have Jared trying the baking soda version. Both of us are totally in love with it. So different scents depending on what you're getting. This deodorant holds together so well, which is something I didn't even see with the Primarily Pure deodorant that I absolutely adore, absolutely love, will still repurchase. But on hotter days when I would go in to use it, the Primarily Pure one would be a little bit melted, whereas this one really holds its form and feels like a very traditional deodorant, which I think is unique in the clean beauty space. Not only that, but of course it works for me. I know that deodorant is very personal. I know that some things work for some people and things don't work for other people, and that's all about like pH and how much you sweat and all that. But for me, this has been really, really great. The only thing I wish is that it didn't have lavender as the scent. Lavender can be like an estrogen mimicking essential oil. So for me, because I'm putting this on my armpits and I actually have like a lot of hormonal imbalance, that makes me less likely to repurchase this scent. And I have to double check, but I don't think they have another scent in the baking soda free version. So my only hope for this is that they come out with more scents in both the baking soda and the baking soda free one, so you can kind of pick and choose. Now, if you don't have, hormonal issues, if you are in check, you're fine, then this probably won't bother you. But that's just like something that's been on my mind when I am using it. Your armpits are a really sensitive area of your body. They don't get enough love. People don't talk enough about them, but they're very important. And so yeah, I'm always really mindful about what I'm putting on, but this is very effective. So I wish it was a different scent, but highly, highly recommend trying it. And if you're not sensitive to baking soda, try the other scent, because that one doesn't have any lavender or anything. Also, this does have charcoal in it. It hasn't stained any of my clothes. So just like checks a whole bunch of boxes. Just wish it had different scents, but really, really, really loving this. I always think that these videos are going to be so short. I love to chat, I guess. On the lines of skincare, body care, this is another product that sort of blurs the two lines. I've talked about it before, so I won't go into too much detail about it. It's something that's new back in my life. I repurchased myself the Necessary, the body wash in eucalyptus. I really love this body wash. You guys can see I haven't had it for that long. I've only used it in like 3 or 4 showers. But I felt like I wanted to come on here and just like reaffirm my love for it, because it's hard to find a good quote unquote clean body wash that like lathers and feels luxurious. And this one is so, so nice. I have it in the scent eucalyptus. I actually tried the sandalwood scent again, and I found it a bit overbearing for me. I was going from like a fragrance-free sensitive line soap that I was trying out to something with a scent, so maybe that was it. I'm not sure, but for me the eucalyptus is a much milder scent, and it just like makes your bathroom smell so good, your showers feel so good, and it's just like that extra layer of like relaxation and luxury and calm that I feel like everyone needs right now, right? So I just wanted to throw this in there to recommend, again, if you guys haven't tried these body washes, if you're looking for a body wash, they're really nice, they're beautiful in your shower, they're an effective product, and you don't go through them super quickly because you don't need a lot to make it suds, to get like a good lather going. All right, last skincare favorite. This is like a true skincare favorite. Again, another old product revisited. This is the L'Oreal Enzymatic Glow Honey Berry Mask. So I've talked about this before. It's just a really great, gentle exfoliating product. So if you were like me, when you were young, you had acne, and you totally stripped your skin. You used like alcohol toners, you used everything with salicylic acid, and like I completely destroyed like my skin barrier. I feel like I'm still suffering the consequences of that, but no one taught you that you need to be gentle with acne prone skin. Everyone was just like, kill that pimple. So anyway, back back to the point, this is a really gentle, great mask if you do have congestion in your skin, if you get post-inflammatory marks on your skin from pimples. The honey in this can really help with that and brighten your skin. It smells really nice, and definitely during the warmer months, it's very easy to use because the product kind of melts. I don't have any air conditioning in the house that we're in right now, so this like sits upstairs, not in like extreme heat, but in like a warmer climate. And when I go to apply it, the honey is already a little bit more melted and easier to work with. Otherwise, I add a little bit of water to it and kind of spread it around my face. Recently, I've been like really massaging it into my skin, and I feel like that manual exfoliation of when you first put it on really helps to lift that first layer of dead skin cells. So I just wanted to give this another shout out. If you're looking for something gentle that exfoliates, it's an enzyme, try this out. If you're like me and you have acne or sensitive skin, this has been working really well for me. So I thought I would just throw it in, let you guys know. I use like a little scooper to pick it out so I don't have to put my finger in all the time. I'm actually almost done with this, so really enjoying this, would highly recommend. Okay, let's go into some lifestyle favorites, because I feel like all of us could use like a little something new in our routine, even if it's not makeup or skincare. Maybe it's a new book, maybe it's a new snack. Why don't we start with a book, because snacks are obviously the most exciting part. I wanted to throw this book in here because I've had it for years. I posted about this on Instagram, but I'm like actually making a dent in it, making notes, kind of studying it now, and really dedicating some time to actually reading it and learning from it. And that is the book Woman Code from Alyssa Vitti. So I actually use her app. It's called Flow, and I use that to track my period. And that's kind of honestly how I was introduced to her, just through that app, because I'm not on any sort of birth control or anything. So I needed something to like really regulate, like, okay, well, when are things coming, so that I can be prepared. And I saw that she had written this book, which was obviously like much before the app. So I'm kind of doing things backwards, but it's really helpful. So I read a book called Moody Bitch a little while ago. That's sort of along the same lines. It's just like getting in touch with your female body and learning things that you should have learned a long time ago that no one teaches you about being a woman, and how empowering it is to be a woman, and how empowering it is to have a menstrual cycle, and all this stuff about your hormones and how they work. And it just like clues you in onto so many mysteries where you're like, why is my body doing this? And in particular, Woman Code has a lot to do with hormonal imbalance, which is something that I'm affected by. So I'm reading it really for that reason. There's definitely like a strict protocol in here, and I think if you have the willpower, it's great to do that really strict protocol. But for me, the phase that I'm in my life, this is more like educational, like how can I sort of take my health to the next level and like make small incremental steps to being healthier. And I think the biggest thing that I'm learning about is blood sugar levels, something that like I'm not particularly good at monitoring, and I'm not particularly good at watching what I'm eating during big meals to make sure that I'm not giving myself like a spike or a dip in blood sugar. So that has been super helpful for me. And I feel like with all of us being at home now, you have access to a kitchen, most likely in most situations, more frequently than you probably would if you were at the office all day. So you can actually dedicate more time to being in the kitchen, figuring out your food, and making sure you have your kitchen stocked with healthy things that really serve you. I'm going to be sharing snacks in like a second that probably don't fit into this, but that's okay too. But yeah, so I'm just trying to be more conscious of like the big meals that I eat, and she has a really interesting protocol about, you know, like what to kind of pair and what to be mindful of to try not to have too many like carbohydrates at night, because that really spikes your blood sugar levels and gives you energy, and like that could lead to not sleeping. So there's just so many things that your blood sugar ties into that I'd never thought about before, and this is really giving me a lot of insight into that. So highly recommend checking that out if you're like me and you're kind of just sick of TV and you're maybe needing some like new information to stimulate your brain. I feel like there's definitely moments where I just want to like veg out, but I'm also in this phase of quarantine where I'm starting to get like a little bit bored. So all the puzzles are coming out. I'm like unpacking the box of books that we had all packed up. I'm like diving into that and trying to learn some new things. So if you just need some like stimulating books and you're interested in hormonal imbalance, interested in women's health, it's just helpful to know. Even if you're a man, like there's really helpful things in here too. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now let's talk about the snacks, because we all know we're most excited about that. So my absolute kryptonite is sugary things and chips. Like I wish I was an either or person, but I'm like a both. Like after lunch, I would like something chocolatey, or during lunch, I would like a bag of chips as well. I'm trying to get out of that habit and maybe replace it with something that could be considered healthier. Now, I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist. I have no idea if these have any more like nutritional value. But I found them and they're yummy and they're kind of curbing me from going to like very heavily processed food. So in that sense, I feel good about myself. First thing, sugary. These dried mangoes are delicious. We get them at Whole Foods. They're called Go Mango. Well, that's clever. I've never even like really read what they're called. They're organic. There's nothing in them besides mango. Am I wrong about that? I hope I'm not wrong about that. Yeah, there's no added sugar. It's just organic mango that have been dried. And they're delicious. So like instead of reaching for a candy bar or something that's also delicious, I'll have like a couple pieces of this mango and it's really good. The one thing I will say is they stick to your teeth. So if you're someone who's like cavity prone, probably a good idea to like rinse your mouth with water after eating them. I'm not super cavity prone, knock on wood, but I feel like I have this like new appreciation for my teeth ever since getting slightly sensitive teeth. I kind of like swish around some water in my mouth too after eating them to make sure there's like no pieces stuck to my teeth. That's just like precautionary measures. Let's talk about the second snack. This is Saffron Road Crunchy Chickpeas in Chipotle. Now they come in a ton of different flavors. Chipotle for me is the most delicious. I have tried almost all of them. I really, really like these and they totally replace chips for me, and added bonus, they actually fill me up. If I make like a little cup of these, they say like a serving size is a fourth a cup. So if I serve myself a fourth a cup, which is the recommended serving, I'm actually like done. Like I don't feel the need to have anything afterwards. I'm full, I feel satisfied, and it's rare for me to eat a snack food and feel that way. So these are kind of magical, really enjoy them. They're delicious. These are kind of spicy, but again, they have different flavors. Yeah, just really been enjoying them. So if you're looking for some new snacks to try out during quarantine, highly recommend either of these. If you are a sugary person, these are delicious. If you're a savory person, these are also delicious. So I'm just here to help you. Those are all of my August favorites. Like I said, I hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments. I'm curious. I want to check in with you. Also, let me know some of your August favorites too. I'm always interested to know what you guys have been loving and trying or revisiting, all of that good stuff. So keep me posted. If you guys have any good like book recommendations or like a very gripping TV show recommendation, let me know. I feel like the past few months, I've just been like diving into very mindless TV and I've reached my roadblock. Like I don't think I can watch another Real Housewives. So I need something that's like a little bit more gripping, more storyline. So let me know if there are any good series on Netflix or Amazon. Let me know, because those are the two things that I have. All right, you guys, I hope that you had a great month of August. I hope that, like I said, you all are staying safe, you all are staying healthy, and I'll be back next week with another video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess happy September. I'll talk to you guys all next week. Bye.